Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Babylon 5. You've got a double whammy this week. I just fancied it. I've just watched the finale of Primeval and it was a little bit underwhelming, if I'm honest. So what do I do in situations like this? I go to my comfort show, which is Babylon 5. This is episode 16. This is In the Shadow of Zahardum. If you are new here, my name is Marie-Clare. There is something on my camera. I hope you're all doing really, really well. I hope life is good. I think this is going out on Friday. So happy Friday. How are we nearly in October? It's freaking me out, to be honest. Right, let's go. We know how I feel. I loved the last episode, by the way. I loved that concept of an episode being through a news episode. I just thought that was genius. So I just always have high expectations. And as I said in the last episode, expect the unexpected. Because who knows what's going to happen. Right, let's go.
Mr. Morton.
Yeah. I was expecting Ambassador Malari.
He was recalled to Centauri Prime for consultations about the war effort.
And how is your war going?
Why do you ask me questions when you already know the answers?
I sent for Ambassador Malari. But you're here. He's not. Nick can wait. If restoring the Centauri Republic means nothing to you, what does? What do you want?
I'd like to live just long enough to be there when they cut off your head and stick it on a pike, as a warning to the next 10 generations that some favors come with too high a price. I want to look up into your lifeless eyes and wave like this.
Here's the information Ambassador Malari asked for. Give it to him when he arrives.
Sassy Via is my favourite. Wow. Sorry, that just said Normandy. Did that say Normandy pastries?
Mr. Morton.
Icarus? That's the science vessel my wife was on when she passed away. I've been putting off sorting through the last of her stuff, what to keep, what to throw away. She didn't know anybody else on board.
There's gonna be someone we know.
Wait a second. I've seen him. He's alive. I'll never forget a face. Morton. Same IDs on the Icarus. He's supposed to be dead. Why didn't the security net catch him? Captain, come on.
Does that not give Sheridan hope?
For every Earth Alliance ship and colony. And why he's alive when my wife and everyone else who was on board the Icarus with him is dead.
Doc.
Come away. What is it? What?
Just downloaded your medical log. You haven't slept for 36 hours.
Well, I've got work to do.
And a whole staff of doctors who can do it just as well as you can.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you'll make a mistake.
I'm not playing that game. As of right now, I'm relieving you of duty. Report to your quarters and get some sleep. 6 hours minimum. After that, you report to the mess hall and have something to eat.
It's routine.
I thought you said there wasn't a problem.
Well, there won't be if you'll just step over there.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
Ay, ay, ay.
Anna Sheridan.
I departed Station Prime a little over 5 weeks ago on a planned 6-month scientific and archaeological mission to the Rim. The last message received from the Icarus gave no sign of the problem.
To the Rim.
Yes, I was on board the Icarus, but I don't remember what happened. I don't remember how I survived. A
Bella
passing
Sinclair.
transport found the wreck. And I was outside, unconscious, floating in an EVA suit. I must have been outside working when the Icarus exploded. You can't do this.
Watch me.
You're gonna have to charge me with something. And last I heard, being alive is not a crime.
You seem to have forgotten something, Mr. Morton. Earth Central thinks you're dead. Until I send them my report, you are still dead. It means you've got no rights, no legal recourse.
Sometimes, the
before I fall asleep, I close my eyes. I see the face of every patient that I ever lost. They're always there, waiting for me right behind my eyelids every night. The past couple of days, we've lost a lot of Nara, Susan. This damn war with the Centauri.
I know, they just keep coming. They're crammed into those refugee ships like sardines.
But the Centauri not being hurt.
How many days did it take to get there?
3, I think.
It's a 5-day jump to the Vegas system. What was the doctor's name? What was the ID number of the transport? What was the name of her captain? What happened to the Icarus?
I told you I don't know. I don't remember.
We cannot hope to make peace with other civilizations until we have found peace with ourselves. And that, quite simply, is what the Ministry of Peace is all about. Now, as Babylon 5 has an early warning system to detect possible attacks, we at the Ministry of Peace have created a system of our own. We call it the Nightwatch, mainly just to be present wearing the colors of the Nightwatch, raise public awareness, make them start thinking about peace, about the way they treat one another.
I can't believe Earth would pay us 50
That's
extra
a
credits a
lot,
week just
yeah.
to walk around the station.
Correct. As the name implies, you must also be watchful.
I keep forgetting we've actually still got some of Sinclair's army, as I call them. They're still around. I think it's just more eyes for Earthdome to have on Babylon 5.
I think I'm getting to it. The more I pick his story apart, the more it doesn't add up.
You can't look at him and tell me you think he is legit. He's hiding something.
Of course he is. And so are half the people on this station, but you can't go around arresting them for it. His station record is clean as a whistle. Look, I know you're doing this because of your wife. I can understand that. So let me cut him loose. I'll follow him around until I can find something to charge him with.
I won't let him out of the box. Not when I am this close.
Well, I'm sorry too. Because I can't be here as chief of security while something like this is going on. Either it stops, or I resign. Effective immediately. Will it be, Captain? Mr. Garibaldi has taken a brief leave of absence.
On this kind of short notice?
Until his return, I'm putting you in charge of the prisoner. No one is to see him or talk to him.
Yes, sir.
For 10 years, the only things that mattered to me were my wife and my career. When she died, she took the best part of me with her. I survived by telling myself that it was an accident, like everybody said, and focusing on the one other thing that I had left, my job. And now, suddenly, that's all turned upside down.
I really don't blame him in this situation.
But I can't oblige you on this. Psychor rules prohibit unauthorized scans in civil or criminal investigations.
How can it be unauthorized? According to Earth Central Records, he is supposed to be dead. Can a dead man object?
Captain, you're trying to use the letter of the law to defeat the spirit of the law. Now, if you can get him to agree to a scan without duress...
You won't.
Ay, ay, ay.
Get him out of here.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry. I didn't think you.
Good for her.
You said that coming.
That was a shitty move.
I guess you did. Hope it was worth it.
Captain, we have to speak with you about Mr. Morton. You must release him at once.
You too? The both of you?
I mean, who is this guy? Why is everyone so interested in him?
You will simply have to trust us, Captain. If you do not release him quickly, everyone here is in terrible danger.
Not until I get some answers once and for all.
I'm sure this is all very interesting, but what does any of this have to do with Morton?
Not all of the first ones have gone away. A few stayed behind, hidden or asleep, waiting for the day when they may be needed. But the shadows come again. The shadows were old, when even the ancients were young. They battled one another over and over across 1,000,000 years. The last great war against the shadows was 10,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago, the shadows returned to their places of power, rebuilt them, and began to stretch forth their hand. Before they could strike, they were defeated by an alliance of worlds, including the Minbari. When they had finished, the first ones went away. All but one. That is why Kosh cannot leave his encounter suit. He would be recognized.
Recognized? By whom? Everyone.
For centuries, the Borlons stood alone, the last remaining guardians, watching and waiting. Then, last year, I sent Kosh a message. Did you relay my question precisely, word for word?
Yes was the answer. What was the question?
Have the shadows returned to Sahadum?
Sahadum. That's the world Jakar's been warning us about all year.
Sheridan, learn.
Investigate the ruins of an ancient race no one has ever heard of before.
Sahadum.
Those who did not serve were killed.
But were they all killed? Delenn, maybe some of them were kept alive as prisoners. Anna might still be alive. Morton
Must be released. The shadows will move now, before we're ready for them.
How are they going to know?
Because Morton is never alone. Listen to me. Aside from the Borlons, we do not have the first ones to help us this time. We are on our own.
So they've all been prepping for the shadows behind the scenes.
Can you adjust the monitor? Scan on different wavelengths, infrared, ultraviolet?
I think so.
Do it! Stop!
I think you'd be left with no choice but to... But to listen to Delenn. Some people are just born to play villains.
What happened to change your mind? I'd rather not talk about that. Not so sure I like the sound of that. Next time, you listen to me? Won't be a next time. I want you to teach me how to fight them, how to beat them. Because sooner or later, I'm going to Sahadum.
If you go to Sahadum, you will die.
And I die. But I will not go down easily, and I will not go down alone. You will teach me?
Yes.
I don't know why that I didn't clock about Sahadum being that planet that Jakar had been talking about. It didn't even clock in my head. I never know where to start talking with an episode like that. My bloody gosh. That episode for me, I feel like it's turned again. There was an episode a few episodes ago, one about the shadows, I can't remember, where I felt like Babylon 5 took another switch up, and I feel like we've had another switch up. Morton. Never. I knew this guy was bad news. I never in a million years thought he was on Icarus with Sheridan's wife, ever. So that's now just unravelled a whole other thing for Sheridan, because she could be alive. I think the chances of her being alive are low to none, but it has now given him some hope, which is just not going to end well, because he's angry, he's pissed off, and look at where that's got people like Jakar. It doesn't get you in a good place. he now wants to go to that planet. And obviously Kosh has said to him, you won't survive it. And he's like, I don't care. So there's that. Veer. When he said to Morton, I hope I stay alive long enough to see your, whatever he said about his head, I was like, who is this man in front of me? What has happened to him? And it's because obviously he knows what Morton's done and he knows what Morton and Londo have done together. But just kind of having Veer, like, have some cojones was like, whoa, who is this man who's like got this sudden attitude and authority? I loved it. So again, that feels like a turning point. Sheridan feels like a turning point. Veers feels like a turning point in a good way. Like, I feel like he's just grown some balls. Sheridan feels like he might be about to do like a downward spiral of get me, like, it's like he needs to know that his wife is not alive. He absolutely categorically needs to go to that planet to know that his wife is not alive. And more than that, he needs to go there because they're the ones that killed her. So he's mad. I can't even think what else went on. Oh, the whole thing with the Nightwatch, something going on there. I couldn't tell you what it is. Something dodgy going on there. What on earth are they up to? They're paying 50 credits a week, which sounds like a lot, just for people to keep an eye out, and I assume feedback to them. Kosh. Kosh is an ancient one who was in the battle 10,000 years ago, was also there 1,000 years ago, and that's why he's in the suit, because he would be recognised. So number one, it'd be interesting to see what does this ancient creature look like. And maybe I'm about to say something controversial, but I still don't trust Kosh. I still don't fully trust that he is who he's saying he is. I don't know. There's just something in my gut is saying to me to not fully trust what this person is saying. I have no groundings, whatever, no grounds to say that, but there's just, you know, and there's a little part of you that's like, until I see inside of Ambassador Kosh, then I'll believe him. Once I've seen that he is who he says he is, then I'll let it go. But until then, I'm not sure. But I loved the tie-in with series 1, with Delenn asking him the question, have the shadows returned? So it is all about the shadows. The things around Morton was awful. I don't know how many episodes are left of this season. I can't imagine it's a few, because I really feel like now we've dialed the switch up. It just feels like now Sheridan's got confirmation of the shadows. He's got confirmation that they were involved with Icarus and whatever happened on Zahardam. You've got Veer, who is aware of what Londo's done, is aware probably of what Morden's capable of, but is actually standing up to the man. You've got Londo, who doesn't want anyone involved with Morton, because then they will find out what Londo's done. You've got Nightwatch. We've still got Sinclair's people, I can't remember what we called them, who are in amongst everyone else, keeping an eye. It's going to blooming erupt. And I'm really concerned about Sheridan. I'm really concerned about him, because now his emotions are at the forefront. And now all this makes me want to do is sit here and watch another episode, which I can't do, but my God, that was a good episode. I'm really glad we got a bit more of Morton. Like, I'm kind of glad that the whole shadows thing is coming out a bit. And he plays evil so well. I think I said it during the episode. Some people are just born to play villains, and he is one of them. I've probably forgotten something. To be continued. Let me know your thoughts, spoiler free obviously, and I will see you very soon for the next episode. Bye.